So guys, this video will start at the end. I mean, we're at the beginning of the Miller's Creek, so we'll start from here. We'll walk it down all the way to the water wheel. It's running again. So I want to show you the process of what happened the last half year, more or less. Trying to repair it and all our mistakes and mishaps as far as we recorded them. I'm sorry we couldn't record everything. I had to work, camera was not working from time to time. And also you've seen there were not any uploads in the last half year. Reason for it, there was no electricity, so, or hardly any electricity, so it was difficult to edit anything or even to upload anything. But now water wheel is running again, so I want to give you a quick overview what we have done. We will start here physically at the creek. So I'm standing here near the waterfall in the natural creek, and we will walk the Miller's Creek upwards towards the mill, and I'll talk a bit more what happened and what we've done in the summer, and yeah, we'll give you a quick update. All right, let's go. It's a beautiful day today. Sunny out. Yesterday it was raining. But today, really good. We had the first frost, about -5°C, and a bit of snow already. Luckily enough, we were able to open this gate before the real frost is coming. Once this is frozen in, there would have been no chance to get the water wheel running before spring. So here is the waterfall. I think you've seen it before. Creek down there, and this is the diversion where the Miller Creek is running up on a different level towards the mill. So we've done a bit of repair work here on the benches. This one was washed out, so you see all the sandbags over there. We put them in here, and of course we closed up with the gate and sandbags to keep the water from flowing into the creek, into the Miller's Creek. It looks more or less okay, so let's walk along the creek. There's also a bit of an inspection tour. First time in half a year that water is running again in the Miller's Creek, so want to check for leaks and any debris in the creek. There's a bit of a branch. Tried to fix this one in the summer a year ago, so 1.5 years ago now. Big problem is there's a base plate, and believe it or not, it's not rock, it's concrete. So somebody must have dumped some concrete here, and then we couldn't dig it down and fix it properly to get all these stones lined up. So water is rushing on the base plate now, rushing down to the creek again, but no big deal. That's not a lot of water, and there's hardly any erosion. This is also where wild boar is coming through, coming from that side of the creek or coming from our field up there, and then they like to take a mud bath in here. So I can't really walk along the creek all the time, along the Miller Creek that is, so we have to divert a little bit, but check for leaks anyway. This is a bit of a washout here, but then mostly it's not water erosion, mostly is wild boar. So yeah, we had this one. This one was done by other people about 4 years ago, 30 years ago. And you see there's been in the creek here, so I pushed the creek towards the rock face. That's not really much. It's all covered. So it's not too much up. And that's really now, look at that, no big deal. As you see, we have enough water in the creek. Let's go extend to work camp. Use it to keep water really this side of the creek. So it's being pushed outside. So far so good. So I know about these 2 leaks over there. That's no big deal. There's the tree. Oh well, one day we'll take it out. Maybe even this winter. Let's see. So. Whoops. That's different. So the boar was not only down there, which is their favorite digging ground. They have been up here on the creek's bench as well, digging all this stuff out. Again, no big deal. Just clear out some stones again that did fall in here, but they couldn't manage to dig it all the way through. So that's good. Man, that's really a different side. All this water running again. Of course, there were lots of leaves and mud building up, and that's all now cleared out. Bit of a branch down there. Let's take this guy out. So, yeah, the water wheel. That was a major undertaking the last 6 months. We tried to find help, posted in forums on the internet. I've spoken with a couple of people on the phone and tried to get good expertise on repairing the bearings of our water wheel, but no help could be found, so we're really struggling for 2-3 months. In the end, that's how it's most of the time. It was a neighbor that helped us out. You will see him on the video very soon. So he helped us out repairing the bearing. He knew like big time mechanics. He studied shipbuilding, or like mechanics and then shipbuilding. So he knew about axles and big movements and big Newton meters, and knew the right kind of bearings, and was able to provide tools as well. So we were able to lift up the axle and get the bearings in. But that was a process, you will see. My goodness, that wasn't easy, definitely not. So we can't walk any further over there. It's all overgrown with brambles and nettles and stuff. It's really hard to walk through. So this is our property line again over there. So we'll just walk down to the creek and then walk along the creek. We still can spot for leaks down here. So it looks perfectly good. And a couple of those along the side. So stop water goes like a road there. Really put the keep soil. And two proper leaks. So this one's over there. This is all down in the summer. We can't walk from here. So we'll go along the creek. This is all. So yeah, this is moving out just a little bit. There's another one there. Coming down there. No, hold on, there is a lot of water running through here. So back to the main now. Now we can join the creek again. Let's see how it goes. I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of leaves and bricks, so that'll be transported while it turns. Yeah, so easy, we can walk over there. But it looks good. Harvest is all done, of course. That's where the pumpkins were. Over there, sweet corn. So the little garden bridge. Does it look down there? All good. Of course we've taken out a lot of debris already since yesterday. Okay, looks all good. This side looks all good. So let's keep on walking. Three rabbits at the moment. They will stay over winter and hopefully have some new babies next year. Today is the first day that the water wheel is actually running in a way that we produce electricity. though you still hear the little generator running, because my brother is testing different settings on the main boards. We have programmed and developed the whole software and hardware to control the production of electricity and the water wheel digitally. So this is where the water goes. So creek looks all good. Let's have a quick look if all the charging stations are charging. So float mode, that's how they should be, because a little generator is pushing electricity into these blocks now. These blocks are not being charged, these blocks are not being charged. So all this we have done in the last 2-3 years, and these are inverters slash chargers, and that's the old system. Yeah, so good, that's running. Let's have a quick look at the wheel. We had a couple of hiccups installing everything. Most of the hiccups were our own fault. That's how it is most of the time. If you don't know 100% exactly what you're doing, you're gonna do mistakes. And we've done a couple of them. I think some of them I've got on video, the others I'll describe. Okay, here we go. Switch on my lamp. I hope you can see anything. Will be dark now. I'll make it light soon. Wow. Look at this. Full power. Have a quick look at this beam. Yeah, and that was one of the mistakes. So quick look at the generator side. All muddy. We've been running around here for ages. Here we go. This is a sound we all love. I wonder how the first night in the house will be again. This is a sound that you have to get used to again. So this is the new bearing. Beautiful, isn't it? It's not done 100% yet, but we'll get there. This is the bearing of the generator side. That was completely smashed. We still have to do the bearing on the other side, on the house side as we call it. Show you in a minute. But that's massive, and it's not gonna move. Beautiful. Beautifully. So in the house now. Let's go down the cellar. Oh, I have to change shoes. These are my house shoes. I have to wear the dirt shoes. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Basically, wait, let me climb down here. So basically this is how the other bearing looked like. We have a wooden base over here. It was covered with a wooden top, and inside you see the bearing housing, the outside of the bearing. And here we have the moving parts, the inside of the bearing. This is the axle. This is the moving inner ring of the bearing. And here it's not ball bearings, it's like cylindrical things. They're also shaped and bent in a way that this bearing will not move like outside of the outer housing. But this one is also broken, yeah, more or less. It's bent, and when you look closely, it's not all of the cylindrical roller bearings over there. They're moving exactly as they should. Some are slower, some are faster because of the friction. So the space between the inner house, the outer housing and the inner ring of the bearing is bent and probably broken a bit inside as well. So I'll have to replace it. What I did now, I've worked up this contraption. Oh wait, I have to walk in here. There is a little creek inside our cellar. You can see that one. By the way, this is where our drinking water is being collected from a spring. Okay, so worked up this little contraption. I've basically fixed the bearing so it can't move either side now. So a couple of blocks of wood in the back, so I can push it this way, and I've pushed it with this side, and then I've taken one piece of wood to press it all down. But shouldn't move anyway. It's stronger than it was ever before because we have a proper housing on the other side. That is a bit loose, so it could move, like it can expand and contract because of temperature change, like in winter and then summer, for I think about a millimeter movement is it built in. But this side will be fixed, so this side in the future will not move anymore. Looks all good to me, no problem whatsoever. I can't feel any strange vibrations, and I can't hear any strange sounds. It's running as it should be, like under the circumstances. Oh well, good. So let me climb out of here again. So this is heat building up. Isn't this beautiful? So we do have low temperature in the buffer. That's for sink and for shower water, but we're gonna heat that one up again, and everything looks to be working all right on the big brain. So let's see how this big brain is being made. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Schulte. Say hello to the tube of you.
Hello, the tube of you. Hello there.
Still programming. Buffer. What is this? Fehler.
Fehler, error. That are the different error status. What can go wrong, and their numbers.
Schulte, what was this for a program?
This is Arduino code. I write it in Notepad++.
Notepad++.
Usually you use this one, the IDE of Arduino. But this is not so comfortable. But this one, the Notepad++ is really nice.
Okay.
So this is the language C, or C+, or C++. I think Arduino is a special case of C. But I'm not much into programming, but I'm programming.
Okay.
So this is just by, just by try and error, more or less.
And this program is the program of the big brain.
Yes, this is the program of Big Brain, yes, with all the different scripts and what you just have to measure, all the temperature, the RPM of the water wheel, the heat of the water, the different charger status and whatever. So this is all managed by.
The small brain has a language as well, has a program as well.
Yes, of course. The small brain and the cortex.
And the cortex.
So we have 3 different Arduino style.
Big brain, small brain, and neocortex. And the neocortex is like the spine. Like it's like
No,
this is like the most
this
biological functions are working on the neocortex, or
yeah, more or less. The cortex means like this is the thing who gives the outside and offer the information for the outside. That means the cortex is the Wi-Fi module, the ESP32. So this communicates with our server, with the Raspberry Pi server, where we have the Blink program. So that means we can see on the Blink program what's going on with the with the main brain.
Can you show us the Blink program on your mobile phone? This is just webcam.
This is the webcam.
This is just the webcam.
The Blink program, yes, I can show you. So here we have also different tabs and different, what you see is more or less what you see also on the LCD screen
from the big brain.
With a menu, statistics, all different statistics, the admin panel where you can choose the ampere of the charger or whatever. Or the voltage, float voltage, the boost voltage, or I don't know what. And we have a kind of smart overview. Like this is the most important. And yeah, this is the Blink program.
Wow, very cool. And this is where you soldered all the hardware.
Yes.
Yes, and there are still parts of the brain lying around.
Yeah.
I still have no clue. The old brain, the small brain, the big brain, the different versions of brain. Schulte, which version of brain we have now?
The third. So the fallback is the third.
The third version of big brains.
Yeah, more or less. We had the fifth. We have here. This is a part of the fifth. The newest high standard. I don't know what, but this is not really working out. Not almost working out, but not really.
Hardware or software problems?
Hardware. So
Hardware.
This is the level shifter, so-called level shifter. Shifts the voltage from.
Turn on the light. No
Yes,
light.
please. Yes, please.
No. Okay.
So it shifts the signal from 3.3 volt up to 5 volt, and opposite 5 volt to 3.3 volt. So this is the Arduino Duo. This is working on 3.3 volt. But we have hardware and communicates on 5 volts. So this is then a level shifter, but the level shifter is not communicating with our regulator for the buffer, for the heater.
Where we make hot water with electricity.
Yes.
Okay. It's like all this cool equipment. Look at all this. Beautiful. I've got no idea what it does. Good. So we have electricity again.
Yeah.
We have a running water wheel.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Anything we have to worry about now?
Yeah. The other side of the
The other bearing.
bearing.
But I've shown them on the video already how we set it up with the wood and made it winter ready.
It's still making noise.
Yeah, it's making noise. And you see also the roller bearings, they are not in synchronous movement. Like you see there's some bending in the outer casing of the bearing, and like the inner casing there is no good. But yeah, hopefully it works over winter, and then we're hopefully gonna do that one in spring.
Yes.
So guys, this was the update of the water wheel. We're gonna leave it like this. As I said, I'll put in all the video, I'll make some comments, and see you next time. Bye bye.